What it do, what the business is.
It's another week in the books. It's the OndeckTV podcast. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holla at your boy Animal Brown, the Husky Vegan, a.k.a. Yam Cassell.
Yam Cassell.
Playoffs, baby. NBA playoffs in full effect. Got to go NBA with it.
Okay. That was pretty cool.
Who are you? They want to know who you are.
I am Spike Lou on the Instagrams and the tweet streets. Y'all come see me there.
Wow. Tweet streets.
All right, man. Holla at your boy Animal_Brown on Instagram, Twitter, and Snap. Producer Mxtra, what's goody?
It's your boy Mxtra. Since we playoffs, Mxtra buckets. You know how I get down. Let's go. Dame Lillard. You see the colors tonight.
Leave the AKAs
you
and shit to me, man.
You going for the Blazers?
Of course.
Are you picking them?
Of course.
I'm going for it.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
I don't ride the wave, man.
I don't ride the wave. Young Mxtra don't ride the wave.
You're on a roll today, man. What
It
else?
is.
What you have on deck for the weekend, bro?
I was slow motion this weekend, man. I was practicing my golf game. I went to the range. I'm getting out there within the next 2 weeks. Join me.
Okay, very Charles Barkley-like swing.
Oh, no.
Whoa.
No.
Use some slaw on the nines.
Let me know when you're ready to lose some money out there. I'm taking them all comers, pause. What'd you have up this weekend?
I was a little under the weather. Just a
It
little
sounds
bit.
like it, clearly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
These allergies, man, pollen or whatever this ragweed, whatever this shit is down here, whatever they call it, shit is trash. Had me down. But if you think that stopped me from going to see Avengers again, absolutely not.
goodness.
This is like the 7th time. Are
Third
you
week we
trolling?
talk about this.
This
crap.
is the
Are you
second
serious?
time the wifey wanted to see the movie. So hey, guess what?
So the first 6 times you went, you didn't
Oh,
take
my
your wife.
God, No.
Wow.
I've only been
That's
once.
amazing.
That shit was fire. Y'all bullshitting if y'all haven't seen it yet. What you have on deck, bro?
I didn't do. What did I do this weekend? That's a great question.
Clearly nothing.
No, we met up on Saturday. Looked at some spaces. Sunday it was Mother's Day, so
For sure.
spent time with the fam.
Shout out to the mothers out there, too.
Low key.
We got a lot to talk
shout
about
out
this
to Mother's
episode.
Day, man. Happy belated Mother's Day to the mothers out there.
100%, man. A lot of shit went down this weekend, and we're taking it back. We're hopping in the time machine. We're going to talk Source and those classic 5 mic ratings, man. We're going to talk about whether they got that shit right or not and what they may have missed, which I have a clue is a lot of shit. But first, let's talk Rolling Loud 2019. The 5th annual hip-hop festival took place over the weekend in Miami, and to say it was eventful would be an understatement. We had a false active shooter threat that shut down Friday. Set times ran as late as damn near hours over the scheduled set time. Some artists didn't perform for various reasons. We had rain, heat, $40 parking,
Shootouts.
$5 waters, shootouts. Now, if people have been listening, they heard me and you explain why we would never go to a outdoor festival. I'm going to give you the opportunity to say I told you so first, and it'll be my turn.
I was listening for the section where the people were standing out of the way that weren't trying to get their shoes dirty and just there to enjoy the music, and I never heard anyone mention that section. Never
it didn't
heard it. I
exist.
didn't read it anywhere. Nobody talked about those section of people, and I don't understand why. Or I don't understand why people don't say, hey, why don't you go to festivals?
Right.
Clearly, being old and washed is not the only reason both of us can say we're right here. I don't want to be in the midst of any of this, and I don't think that there was one act there that was worth it.
No, don't
You
do
know
that,
what I'm
though.
saying?
Don't do
No,
that. Don't say
I'm
that.
saying-
Come on now.
Don't say
Which
that.
act was worth the shootout? I mean, y'all
wasn't
doing
a
the
shootout.
active shooter stuff?
It wasn't a shootout.
Yeah, but the stuff happened.
True.
None of that is worth that at my age. I don't even want the active shooter fake threat. Don't even pump fake me on the active shooter, dude. I don't want nothing to do with any of that. And I'm not shitting on any of the acts by saying none of them were worth that. I just don't feel like it's worth the hassle. When you have the ability nowadays, like a Drake, like another J. Cole, other big artists, to hold your own festival, then you really don't have to go to the Rolling Louds and have to be considerate of other people's times, and then somebody just went an hour over and there you're 2 hours back, and if you don't perform, you let your fans down. Just putting yourself in an awkward situation. So not only us as fans, I think artists are now going to start saying, why would I do this festival again?
Look, I get it, man. It's tempting. If I'm a hip-hop fan, this festival had over 140 acts. So therefore, there's a high probability that there's at least 10 people that you really, really fuck with all in the same place. It's in Miami. Who doesn't want to go to Miami? I'm always down for an excuse to hit MIA, South Beach,
true.
and Collins. But look, dude, listen, I've been washed for about 10 years now. I'm going on a decade washed. And this right here is the exact reason that pushed me over the edge into wash world. I can sit here on my couch.
Was it you almost getting trampled at the Lil Wayne concert?
I should have known better to go to that shit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
That's what listen, I can sit on my couch. It's 2019. We have technology now. Apple TV pulls up the YouTube live stream of this very same festival from the comfort of my couch. I don't have to get my shoes dirty. I don't have to pay $5 for a bottle of water when it's 100 degrees outside. I don't have to get rained on. I don't have to dodge bullets, dude. This is the perfect day and age to be washed because you can chill at the crib. You ain't got to go through none of the bullshit that occurred.
I don't take back anything that I said as far as not wanting to participate in any of the festivals.
You guys
I'm
sound
cool.
You guys sound like the fat kids who don't go outside and play. They
No.
just play video games all day.
I'm the smart guy.
That's what y'all sound like.
I'm the smart guy who doesn't come out in this bullshit mess. Dude, NBA Young Boys camp got into shootouts. Young
That
Thugs
happened at the
team.
venue.
But this is all
What
in the
does it
city. We're
matter?
going to be out.
What does it matter if it happened at the venue? If I'm a part, like,
be out.
let's say I'm a part of the hip hop industry, right? Not even from a fan's perspective, but let's say I'm a part of NBA Young Boy camp. I'm a part of Young Thug camp. I'm a part of whoever's camp. I got to deal with all of this extra bullshit. People down there catching free charges, and for what?
Yeah.
Like I can go on the road and we can do the same thing, catch the same publicity. Like I'm not getting anything from Rolling Loud if I'm Young Thug.
So if you're a part of those camps, then you should be expected to be shot at.
Not in Rolling Loud. I need more of a pay up than Rolling Loud.
Well, we
That's
don't
all
know how
I'm
much they
saying.
got paid.
No, I ain't talking about money. I'm just talking about the collateral of attention. Like I need more attention than Rolling Loud
have fans.
if I'm gonna
It's a
get shot
festival.
at.
Yeah, I mean, of course they didn't presume. I was joking when I said, of course they don't presume they're going to get shot at. But those type
Some
of
of 'em.
those type of camps, especially the ones you named,
The street artists.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
yeah, they know, especially when they have active beef going on.
the probability is there for sure. But the hip hop police were in full effect in
full
Miami. That Kodak Black got arrested before he even got a chance to hit the stage.
If I'm
That's why I'm not
festival
going.
goer,
That's why
I
I'm
would
not
be. I wouldn't. This wouldn't deter me from going.
Yeah, from a fan perspective, it would deter me, and from an artist camp. Like, if I don't have final control, and if it's a festival this big, I don't want any part to do with it. If I'm a big enough actor, if I can turn this down, I don't want nothing.
I
to
don't
do
even
with
know if this is a good idea. Like, it's a logistical nightmare trying to get 140 acts on time to anything. Like, that's a problem in itself.
That's true.
It's clearly flawed, and they expect, because like you said, if one person is off, everybody is off, dude, at least for the day. Ain't nobody got time for that. People were getting disgruntled. People were pissed.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Rest
The
in peace.
payout just isn't as big. Like,
Yeah, I just don't have the patience.
if
That too.
If what is it in that they do in New York? Summer Jam. How many acts do you usually get at Summer Jam? About 30.
Nowhere near 140.
Yeah, nowhere near 100.
But this is across a couple of days, though, right?
That's true. This is
you're
more
right.
than one day.
I think that it just Rolling Loud was trying to build the credibility too fast. If you build up to one point having 190 acts, then it's cool. But if you're trying to do that within the first 3 years, you get shit like this within the first 3 years. I seen somebody tweet and said it was the new Source Awards as far as all the violence and stuff that was attributed to it. So
makes sense. Rest in peace to AAB, hella bands. He was an up-and-coming Chicago artist that was also involved in the shootout down there in Miami during Rolling Loud. He ended up getting killed. It was just a lot of bullshit going
if I
on.
lived in Miami, I would be pissed.
Now, you go out of town that weekend. That's how that goes.
Airbnb the crib and get that toe up.
Well, that's true.
That's how it is on Memorial Day. People in Miami get the hell on. Memorial Day in Miami is possibly one of the worst things you could ever do in life.
Next to Rolling Loud in
Especially
Miami.
if you're a young lady, please, queens, don't do it to
Me
yourself.
too extra peeping out early today.
Man, it's terrible, man. If that was with my sister down there, somebody got to die. For real.
Nah, but Rolling Loud doing too much. We told you so. One day y'all will listen to us. We're washed for a reason.
They
It comes
need to
with
get that
knowledge.
Wash Festival going, man. It need to get it should have
Listen.
tarp and chairs and places where you can chill and like just
Shade.
Yeah, like all that, man. You bring your own water in. Just
$5
wash
waters,
shit,
guys.
man.
$40
Man,
parking.
You do it, bro.
No, I'm not doing
Y'all
that.
gonna start complaining about prices on parking and water when y'all go to a
Yes.
sporting event. It's the same thing.
Not really, though.
Oh, so what?
We Airbnb to that.
Oh my god.
true.
Airbnb
Take
to
the
that?
MARTA to that.
Oh,
Take
I mean,
Marta.
excuse me.
I take more
take the
than,
Uber to that.
Uber, yeah.
Nah, that shit's trash. We told you so. Y'all listen to us one day. Moving on. Second Rolling Loud topic. Again, there was a shitload of stuff going down. But Lil Wayne, man, he was supposed to be a major headliner at the festival, but Weezy fans were left disappointed when he was a no-show to his set. Now, why was he a no-show, you ask? Well, security said that, Mr. Carter, we're going to have to search you just like we search every artist before they go on stage here at the Rolling Loud Festival. Mr. Carter said, fuck that. Y'all not searching me. I'm out. And he left. Now, my question is that understandable for Weezy to skip that, or was it an overreaction?
Man, it's not acceptable from either side. From Wayne's side, being this advanced age in your career, like what possibly are you trying to sneak into a venue?
Right.
I promise you he didn't have a strap on him, and if it was weed or anything else, they not taking Lil Wayne to jail.
Right.
But I say both sides because the security dude as well is being a dickhead. Yeah, it's your job. I understand that somebody can slip through. But, I mean, if it's just Lil Wayne, if it's Lil Wayne and he like, don't search me, but like if Mac Bain is right behind him and he like, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You just take care. I just ain't getting searched. Then I feel like the security dude you can make an exception for Lil Wayne. Like Lil Wayne is a big enough star, has enough to lose where I can make an exception for you. So both of them should have had a little budge in them. Like Wayne shouldn't. Like, I'm not canceling my show because somebody is trying to search me outside, trying to do their job. But at the same time, you got a little bit too much pride in your job. Like, you clearly know that that's Lil Wayne. And if you're the person that let Lil Wayne through and he shot somebody that was trying to hurt him, I mean, hey.
This is clearly an overreaction by Lil Wayne's part. Actually, you can put a cape on it. It's a super overreaction, dude.
Put a cape on it.
Put a cape on it. Like, I get that Wayne thinks that this is on brand with him. You know what I'm saying? At least he thinks it is. He's in character. He's in rapper mode. He's getting ready to kill the stage. I get it. But, bro, you're not in the Sopranos, bro. This is not Goodfellas. You're not in the mafia or the mob. This don't make you hard. Like, this doesn't do any of that. All you got to do for those 8 seconds of that little half-ass pat down that he's finna give you with a wand and let you through because you are Lil Wayne, and he knows that. Everybody in the world knows that. You can turn the act off for those 10 seconds where the wand is going to go across you halfway, and he's going to let you through. Like, why are you acting as if you can't do it? Snap out of character just for 4 seconds, bro. Like, this is why Rick Ross used to get on our nerves. This is why rappers who take themselves too seriously bother us, dude. It's not that deep. It's just a search. All 140 acts are getting searched, bro.
Yeah.
You're not getting special treatment, fam.
You have to understand. See, I don't think this is an overreaction at all. This is not the first time
I'm
that
surprised.
Wayne has been doing this for years. And to harken back to his old mixtape, he said a long time ago, this is one of the dedications, I don't remember which one it was. He clearly said, don't search me when I come to your venue. I'm being paid to be here. There's no reason for you to search me. And clearly he's been to other venues where they don't search him.
And that's fine,
so this is probably a staple of him telling them. And he said it wasn't the Rolling Loud people. It was the security at the venue. So he has this in his probably rider and all that. So, I mean.
And that's cool.
It's cool he can do that.
It's cool if you're Lil Wayne to put out.
He's a legend. He can do that.
No. If it's Carter 3 Lil Wayne, cool. Like right now, today in 2019, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you're not that high, so you have to you have to adjust to us. We're not adjusting to you
that's
anymore,
ridiculous.
my guy.
If you're a legend, you're a legend.
Nah, that's cool. But let me tell you something. If Wu-Tang walking Rolling Loud, guess who getting searched? And all of those dudes are legends, but they old. Like, we don't know what y'all got going. Yes, it does. Yeah, like, people are not going to make adjustments to you if you're not hot right now, if they don't need you. Like, clearly, it's cool for the people that Rolling Loud not to have Lil Wayne perform. That's a bigger hit for him than it is for them. Yeah, it is.
For today.
God, please.
What I'm saying, so what you're saying is, if Drake would have come through, they wouldn't have searched him?
I didn't say that at all.
You
just said that.
No, I'm asking you. You say he's old. Does
it
matter how old you are?
Drake wouldn't do that.
No, you said.
I agree.
You said because he's old, they don't need to.
Drake's not old as Lil Wayne, nor is he like the same as he's not a legacy act.
No. So I get what you're saying.
A legacy act definitely can go ahead and get that
right.
service.
Yeah, like you said, Wayne is too old.
Meaning he's a legacy act. His act is old.
Right.
Not saying he's not a headline artist
exactly.
today.
So a younger headline artist, you would have been okay with them refusing.
would
That's
I
what
have
I'm
been
asking.
okay with them refusing to search? I could understand them doing it more because they're not as experienced as Lil Wayne is.
Right.
Lil Wayne,
That doesn't make any sense.
I will say
If
this,
Wayne has
though.
been doing it for 20 years.
Lil Wayne knows at this stage how to be a professional rapper, how to conduct himself as an artist. It had a lot to do with why the Carter 5 came out. It had a lot to do with the relationship that him and Jay-Z have now when he was talking about paying his taxes. Lil Wayne was the one that talked about growing up, not me.
Yeah.
He was the one that said that. So
has
that's
nothing to
what
do
I'm
with
talking
this,
about. To you. But that's what I'm talking about when I say it is Lil Wayne should be at a point in his career where these things don't matter. If I need a Rolling Loud set and this is as big as they trying to make it and I'm the headliner, I don't want the headline to be I didn't go in because I didn't get searched. 5 years ago, that was cool. 7 years ago, that's fine. But right now, today, nah, I can't do
The
that.
time doesn't have anything to do with it.
I will say this: the time has something to do with it because he's been doing shows for the last 2 decades.
Yes.
So this should be routine, and he probably might have signed something. If you're getting paid, and your fans paid to see you, and the only reason that you didn't go on because you didn't want to get searched, bro.
That's a
What, they
problem.
gonna do a full cavity search, bro? No,
No,
bro. It's gonna be a weak ass Juan. Go right ahead.
If I'm a veteran artist and I've been doing this exact same thing for over 200 plus shows
He
my
should be
entire
used to it.
career,
He should be used to it.
no, he should be used to getting his way because he's been doing it.
When you said dedication to era, he was hot then.
Yeah, but what you would
No,
be
it
failing
doesn't
to
matter though. But that
if
means
you
he's
would
been
have-
doing it for over 20 years.
What you're failing to realize is that like you don't hold the same leverage that you do
It's
for
not
over
about
20
leverage.
years.
I'm not talking about that.
Clearly, it's about leverage, bro,
No.
because he didn't perform.
No,
he
no.
didn't get in. They
No.
told him he couldn't do it. For 20 years, he was doing it because he
missing my
had the
point.
leverage.
Who was that guy? Who was
not
the
talking
basketball
about-
player that got turned around at the door?
Josh Jackson.
Josh Jackson.
Is LeBron getting turned around at the door?
No, I'm not talking about leverage or anything.
That's all I want to know.
I'm not talking about leverage though at all. Y'all missing. Y'all talking two different
we
points.
are though. We're talking
No,
about
you
leverage,
are. I'm not.
and it's about leverage.
No, it's
Like,
not.
The
I'm
situation
talking
is-
about. You said he should know better. It doesn't. He didn't get in, so he left. That's fine. He should have the right to do that.
Does he still get paid for that?
He got the right to do it.
I think he returned the
Not
money.
probably violation. You got a violation of the contract.
He returned the money.
He said. I think he said he would give the money back or something like that.
Yeah,
and you standing on that smart.
what they doing
Yeah,
that
he's
at?
rich. Why not? I'll get the money back.
It's bigger than being rich, man. Because
Right.
like you got a lot of.
He's not
fans.
losing fans because of this.
You're not losing them, but you're letting them down. Like you're not gaining new fans because of this.
He's not losing them either.
Yeah, you're not gaining. New
He's definitely
fans, and you
disappointing
definitely in a
them.
place where you
Disappointing?
want new fans if you
Yeah.
Lil Wayne.
He's not gonna
need
get
them.
any new fans.
And he's got.
Yeah, because
he's
he's walking out of Rolling Loud, nigga.
No.
That's why.
He's getting ready to go on tour with
Blink 182.
Blink 182.
Yeah.
So he's obviously still in it to do something. Like he's not just doing this for his health. So I was kind of surprised. I thought that excuse was weak though, man. It ain't that deep. We wouldn't even know that people would have to get searched if he hadn't put that out there. Nobody gives a shit.
If it
like
was
nobody.
the excuse will only be weak if we didn't know that he didn't do it. He did this before.
I
We
mean,
know he done this before.
He was popping shit on the mixtape.
No, he did on the
was
documentary too.
He could've been
If you
flexing.
looked at his documentary, he did the same thing at the venue. They said he left.
That's
Same thing.
trash.
He's been doing this. Like
That's
this is
trash.
nothing new.
That's trash.
It
To
may
you,
not be new.
Might
but
not be
it's
trash to him. I respect him for keeping the same energy.
It may not be new, but I don't think it's smart.
Yeah, to you.
I agree, man. You can't give him no bags over nothing
Now,
light
Richard
like
Wayne,
that.
do your thing, man. Tell them folks to kiss your ass. Fuck you, man.
All right, let's move on to man Rich the Kid. While promoting his upcoming
Speaking
tour,
of an idiot.
Rich spoke to XXL about his bars or lack thereof. He told XXL, and I quote, "I make hit records. I'm not trying to be lyrical or that bullshit. I'm just making hit records." Now, what do you think when you hear Rich the Kid call being lyrical bullshit?
I think of Rich the Kid. Like he's clearly speaking from a place of I've done this and I've been successful at it. So y'all telling me that I need to be able to rap, and I'm telling y'all I just went #1 with what the fuck is the name of that song? With Plug Walk
Last year?
Yeah,
year
last
and a half ago?
whenever it was. But I don't respect where it comes from when he says it, because it goes back to what we say about people not respecting their positions when they think it's all about money and all about, well, I was #1. And rap is about more than that. I was looking at the of Mics and Men this weekend, the Wu-Tang documentary, and people may get it confused as far as how we speak of Wu-Tang, thinking we don't like them. I'm just not a big fan of the music. I always respected the movement.
Right.
And how I tie it in is they would all sit right there and like sharpen each other's sword. Like I'd seen Raekwon rapping, and then he stopped and the RZA explained the bars. Like Raekwon wasn't even explaining. That's just how serious it was back then when you were rapping. That's how serious you took it. That you wanted somebody to understand it, get it, know that you was coming from a place of knowledge, know that you were kicking shit for people to get.
Right.
Like you wanted to be that ill and dope. And I think it's mutated to a point where people think you're successful if people are repeating it or if it's number one. And I just don't think that's true. It holds true for him right now, but as we've seen for a long time, the people at the top of the game are people that can spit, regardless of how they get the bars. Kanye West, Drake, if they spit it like Kendrick or J. Cole, you have to be able to spit if you want to maintain. He gonna get a check right now, and that's cool for what he's speaking to. But when he's speaking to people being able to spit and have to do what they got to do, he sounds like a complete idiot.
Yeah, when I hear him say this, I think automatically it's a defense mechanism. I think that he's saying that, like you said, he did have a hit. Listen, he has a hit. I'm not finna just throw away his whole Carfax.
I go even
he has a hit
further and say he knows how to make music. He know how to put a hook and stuff together. Like,
now you went too far.
Rich the Kid has been responsible for some cooler melodies and shit that they play nowadays.
All right, that's fair. I still think that the reason he comes at it and shits on the lyrical stuff so much is because he doesn't have the ability to do that, even if he could. Or even if that was the name of the game, he's not able to do that.
Right.
And since he has a hit under his belt, at worst, one hit, then he can fall back and say, oh, I make hit records. Like, bro, like, no. Like, you got a couple of joints, like you said. Maybe one, maybe would have went up. Maybe the song with Kendrick went up a little bit. But, bro, like, the ones that are have documentaries made about them 25 years later, the ones that's going to be eating off of music in 2-3 decades are the people that sound like a Wu-Tang more than they sound like a Rich the Kid. And I think he was only trying to big up himself and not make himself feel lesser than by saying, man, fuck that lyrical bullshit. Ain't nobody trying to. When all of the top artists on Billboard consistently are rapping their ass off. Consistently. Today it might be Lil Nas X, no knock to him. But
you took the words right out of my lips. So
every day of the week, it's Kendrick, Drake, Cole, and Big Sean, and all these cats.
So let me be the person that's yelling at the radio that listens to us consistently right now that says, well, just last week, y'all were shitting on, you were shitting on Dave East for saying that it should be more about what lyrical and stuff like that. And now, Rich the Kid is on the other side of the coin. So what's the difference in the two?
The difference,
who's right, who's wrong in that scenario?
The difference is that Rich the Kid called it bullshit.
Davies calling Nas X bullshit.
Yeah, but we gave him hell for that. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So both are wrong on each side.
Yeah, because that Rich the Kid. See, here's the thing: Lil Nas X, if he was to come out and say, "Nigga, fuck
Davies,
fuck,
nigga,
nah, just fuck the lyrics." If nigga, I'm just trying to get this paper, nigga. I'm saying the dumbest, goofiest shit. If it means I'm getting a check, then we would look at him crazy. But he didn't do that. But Rich the Kid basically said that, and I said this when Rich the Kid album came out earlier this year. I said that shit is microwavable, fantasy land, throwaway shit. And if he actually rapped about something halfway, at least relative to what he is living, he would have more replay value and then have longevity in a career. Since he doesn't do that, he'll be here today, gone tomorrow, just like half of the rap game today.
I agree, by the way. I just need to play that.
My whole thing with this is nobody asked you. Like, you don't have to go out your way to say stuff like this. My whole thing is, since the beginning of rap, it's always been different kinds of rap. I mean, party rap. There's been lyrical rap. There's been gangster. So that's fine. It's a space for all raps. It's a space for him in the game. But don't go out your way and say that lyrical bullshit. Like you said, like, bruh, we weren't expecting that from you, okay? You can barely fucking talk. Like, we're not expecting anything lyrical from come out your mouth.
And he couldn't even if that was the game.
Right, just stay in your lane. You cool with your lane. That's fine, but don't knock another lane because you can't do it.
Yeah, I think it's the same for Dave East and him. Like, just be appreciative of where you were. Like,
right.
I don't like Dave East and Rich the Kid could say, you know what, I don't necessarily rock with that. It ain't what I do. I respect it. He's being successful off of it, but I'm successful doing this. And leave it at that. Like, y'all both have hinted to, and I ain't got to beat a dead horse anymore. There's no need to shit on what you're not doing.
Yeah, that's
either because you're not capable of it, or you just don't want to do it. Like, there's no need for you to be like, it's bullshit.
Yeah. I remember when Ice-T shit on Soulja Boy when he first came out, when he was making dance music.
We were like, what are you doing?
He was 16 making a dance record. Yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just some party shit.
When KRS-One was shitting on Nelly. Like, it's the same thing.
Man, bro, it's like me not being able to dunk and be like, man, that dunking is bullshit.
Yeah, that's a
jump,
fact.
Man. He's some slow, man. He can
shoot a jump shot.
Jumping and shit, man.
With that being said, Nelly is some slaw, though. Let's be honest.
That's hating. He's the motivation. He's the motivation for your favorite rapper.
Wait.
Nelly
slaw?
He said Nelly's some slaw.
I've been saying.
My God.
It's just because he's a big Drake fan. And he knows that Drake was
influenced by
I'm
Nelly.
a fan of good music.
How do you say Nelly is
so you
slaughtered?
like
Nelly
Nelly?
had a fucking run.
I'm going
Hits.
down,
Hits.
baby.
Hits.
Your street in a Range Rover.
Do we need to do some lullaby Silk the Shocker raps up here that you
Absolutely
like?
not.
Okay then. Same thing. What do you mean? Nelly don't see the legends disrespect is crazy.
Now Nelly's a legend all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Nelly a legend.
Nelly a legend.
What?
Yeah. If we're gonna sit here and call Nas a legend, we gotta
Whoa,
call
okay.
Nelly a legend. Come on.
No,
Moving
no,
on that note, because y'all both tripping.
Nas is definitely a legend.
Let's talk some
Just
lyrical
like Nelly.
shit for real, man. Joyner Lucas, he dropped his Devil's Work video and single last week. Now, if you haven't seen or heard the joint, Joyner Lucas is in a church, and he's spitting bars questioning why certain people.
Man, I thought you was talking about him. He was into the church, like he was a deacon or something.
No. He was in a church in the video questioning why certain people in the culture have died and why can't we replace them with other people who the culture may not be a big fan of. He name dropped several people, including Fox host Tommy Loren, as someone that please we could have taken instead of someone else. Of course, Tommy Loren responded and actually DM'd Joyner Lucas to meet on or off camera to talk. My question to you is, would you advise Joyner to take the meeting?
First of all, man, how the mighty have fallen. Because if this were a year ago, she ain't even paying attention to Tommy and Lorraine. She ain't even paying attention to Joyner Lucas because where she was at.
Man, talking to Charlamagne and going back and forth with a bunch of people.
I don't think it's ill-advised for Joyner Lucas to do this because I've heard him speak before. I think he's a well-thought-out guy. I think that he can fend for himself. I don't think that Tommy Loren is that intelligent. She's not anyone, and I ain't saying she's dumb or anything, but I don't think that she's anyone to fear that would talk him down and talk him in circles as to where he'll get on there and say anything that he regret. I actually think the absolute opposite may happen because she may underestimate him, probably because she's just heard of him based off this song and think this is going to be an easy victory for her. So if I was in his camp, I would totally advise for him to be on there, do as much research as possible, and be able to body her. And that's going to put him in front of a different type of audience that I think he would be able to entertain. Like he's a very, like I said before, well thought out artist. So when you get the I'm not a racist joints that you got in your clip after you go on to Tommy Loren and you got people that are like, well, who is this guy? Yeah. And that video pops up. When that ADHD come out, now you got traction and people talking about you that weren't talking about you before. So I think that this is the fast track to get Joyner Lucas where he wants to be if he prepares himself for it. He can't go in there loafing. He can't go in there thinking that, with the laid back, I'm too cool shit. Go in there like you want, like the songs you make, well thought out like you do with the videos, and he can come off well on this.
See, here's the key phrase that she put in that DM. She said, let's talk on or off camera.
She's trying to get
what
black.
Oh my God!
I didn't even go there. I'm the perv guy. I didn't even think of that.
Oh my goodness!
But
I apologize to all my female listeners.
That's the trick
I
question.
don't even know what that is.
Now, if I was advising him, I tell him to go right back and say, yeah, we can do it. We can speak off camera. So then I can see the crickets come back from her side and she never respond to that nigga ever again. Why? Because she's reaching out for pub like she always does. Taking like you said, she's cold right now. We ain't mentioned her name in a stretch.
Yeah.
She hasn't been tied into our culture or paid attention to by anyone in a long time. So
she was walking with Charlamagne.
Yeah, exactly. And downtown Manhattan.
Some shit going on with her,
but nobody cared. I was here today, going tomorrow. So let me take this opportunity. He was getting some good clicks, good traction on Facebook with the video. Let me go ahead and jump on this little quick wave. This might be something I can, I'm talking about. And okay, I'll meet you off camera. We can talk. Crickets. Exactly. Shut the fuck up. Watch it. Keep your little bullshit Fox show going. Don't try to bring me into your show so you can spin my words, edit it, chop it up. Man, nobody got time for that shit. They cater to their audience. They'll cut you off if you are making a good point. They'll cut the camera. They'll go to commercial. Yeah. They'll cut you off. So all of a sudden your mic don't work. You bodying the shit, your mic cut off. Ain't nobody got time for that. Don't fall for that.
It never comes out. The video never comes out.
Yeah, you did body it, and all of a sudden your shit never gets released. And,
chop it up. It's all for pub with her.
Yeah, all the time.
Like you said, she's cold. Muy frio. Like, she is definitely cold. And if I was him, I wouldn't do it at all. Like, the fans that she has, it won't make me sell records at all.
That's true. I mean, I don't disagree with y'all. I'm not for or against it. If I were there, I totally would look into it for him, though. Just because Joyner Lucas ain't got nothing to lose. Like, even if I do go on there and y'all, like, do what you said or do, like, y'all manipulate my words, I'm still like, I still have plenty of pathway to be able to get what I need to do.
Oh,
I'm
for
pending deals with Eminem. Like I can rap my ass off.
Well, he's in the-
I got stuff in the clip in the catalog that shows to like there's almost a defense if y'all try to put some bullshit out there. Like people gonna know. Like I've done interviews and I got stuff that I'm well thought out. So I totally see what you guys are saying, but I just look at it more so like he don't got shit to lose.
Yeah, and to be fair, too, that record is fire.
That
Though.
record is badass.
Hey.
That record is a badass. That's a badass record. Right
Yeah, he can rap his ass off.
And I said this on our prediction show for 2019. I predicted a big year for Joyner Lucas. However, I predicted it that to where it would be more based on the quality of his project, and I think his project will sneak up on some people, kind of similar to Royce's project did last year. Like a lot of people didn't see that coming, and it ended up being on a lot of people's top 10.
Right.
I think Joyner will come with a project like that, so I'm a little bit disappointed that it's coming in a somewhat gimmick song video because he's already kind of done that.
That's
and
his
I
thing,
don't want
though.
him
That's
to be
his thing,
labeled.
though.
That's
You know
his
that's
thing.
his thing.
Yeah, that's his stick, but I don't want him to be labeled. I think he's more talented than that, and I'd rather have a full body of fire than a dope
we'll see.
4-minute
Yeah.
video.
I mean, so hopefully we got an album coming, right?
ADHD is supposed to be coming soon.
He's independent now too, by the way.
He's not with
I thought that
He
Eminem
left
was-
Atlantic.
I thought Eminem was something on the horizon with
No,
Shady.
he's independent.
Well, I
Well,
thought
that
he was on
explains it.
Shady's radar from what I heard.
Yeah, that's
he
what I
ain't signed
thought.
with
But I
him,
just recently discovered he's independent.
well, I need a full project, but that
The
song
ADHD
is crazy.
The
though.
ADHD is what this supposed to be on.
Yeah, alleged. I mean,
If it ever comes out.
right, exactly. Shout out Joyner Lucas though, man. Y'all check that Devil's Work video if y'all haven't seen it. Don't sleep. What's the song break we got, big dog?
Yes, sir. We have a new record from my man Denzel Curry. This one is called Ricky. Check it out.
Let's go. We are back. That was Denzel Curry. Shout out to Florida with Ricky.
Florida.
How you feel about that?
Definitely some Florida shit right there.
Absolutely.
I ain't mad at Denzel Curry, though. That's his style. I wouldn't expect anything different when I clicked on his name. Shout out to him.
I actually like the song, and I like the video too.
But the video, I ain't seen the video.
The video kind of dope, man. Some Florida shit. You know what I'm saying? But I like it, and I actually like Denzel. I want to like Denzel Curry a little more than I do. I feel like he be hit or miss with his joints, and I feel like he may need to maybe cross genres and maybe do some like hype EDM shit. I think he might be better suited than that.
Had he always been hyped like this? I kind of
Yeah,
feel like
he's
he was
super
doing
hype.
something different one time.
I like him.
He wasn't doing something different at one point in time.
He may have a song or two that's a little
Yeah.
more toned down, but
okay.
for
This
generally
is style,
speaking,
right?
I
this
think
is
okay.
style.
Okay.
yeah, it's aggressive.
Gotcha. And this song I like a lot because it's about his father. And it was a very introspective record, and I love personal records from rappers all the time.
It's a very high energy personal record.
Yeah.
I like the cover art. Is that his dad?
Yeah.
And he looked like a Newport commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's hard.
No, that's hard. Shout out Denzel Curry, man. All right, we talking Source, 5 mics. Let's get to it. Everybody remembers the Source. That was the Bible at one point.
At one point in time.
Shit.
Hip hop Bible.
They've had a number of perfect 5 mic rating albums. They've got 15 to be exact. Original 5 mic rating albums. More on that a little bit later. This is what we're gonna do, man. I'm gonna give you the 15 albums. Now, a couple of these were before our time. You know how we get down, Doggy Style and up, 93 and up. So, sorry to Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em, Eric B. and Rakim. America's Most Wanted by Ice Cube. One for All, Brand Nubian. And De La Soul is Dead, De La Soul. And The Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest. Shout out to all of y'all. They came out before our time. I'm not
All
even going to
classics.
comment on them. They may be, they may not be. I was 6. I won't know.
The Low End Theory, you have to know that's a classic.
That came out when I was 8. I have no idea about the Low End Theory.
Oh, my God.
I was 8.
It doesn't matter. You heard about it?
That actually means a lot. I was watching Home Alone,
Jesus.
just like the rest of y'all. Now, moving on to more current.
I was 8.
When I was able to purchase CDs with my own money. Let me give you the other 5 mic albums. Illmatic, duh. Life After Death, Aquemini, Blueprint, Stillmatic, The Fix, The Naked Truth by Lil Kim, Trill OG, Bun B, and My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now my question. Biggest surprise when you hear that list
That's easy.
out of those?
Man, that Bun B Trilogy. I couldn't
Clearly.
believe that.
Really?
When I went, I couldn't believe that.
That
like,
Trilogy album is fire.
I'm not saying that it's not. I just didn't remember one, the Source still issuing Five Mike's album when this came out, and two, that this one had gotten it. And I do remember that both the Trill album, his first album, and this album were banging,
right?
But I didn't remember it being Five Mike, so I was totally taken aback by that.
The reason you didn't remember it being Five Mike is because it's not. That shit is just some look cool. It is absolutely 100%.
I mean, I didn't even remember it getting Five Mike.
Nah, it's not. Shout out to Bun B. Trill is in the dictionary. Don't shoot me.
You ain't gonna shoot the shit out of you.
That is not a Five Mike album. Shout out to the legend. What surprised me though was no Pac. The first thing I said, I'm like, damn, ain't no Pac album on here. What the fuck? Something Machiavelli, the double disc. Something. I felt like something. Me Against the World.
Me Against the World should have been on.
Me Against the World for real.
That so
definitely should have been on.
That was the first thing. The second thing that jumped out to me was only one Hove. Just Blueprint. That's what we doing. Nah, Jay got at least 4 classics.
That's true.
You gonna tell me, not including 444, that's more recent, but Black Album or Reasonable Doubt should have been on there.
If Trill,
thank you,
OG, it was getting 5. Like, I don't even remember them giving it, like I say, but if they were giving 5 mics when Black Album came out, I don't understand how they didn't get 5 mics. Like, I just don't understand what it like.
And I even said last week on the Nas Albums Rank show that they fell into the hype with the Stillmatic and the Ether, and so they gave that 5 mics. I didn't think it deserved it. I can't believe they'd have fallen to the Jay-Z last album, I'm Retiring hype with Black Album.
It's the last album ever? With Moms was on the album for the first time ever?
Yeah, Black Album was fire.
How the fuck did that not get 5 mics? I thought that was interesting. I will say this, though. I think another one that's absolutely just 100% not supposed to be on here is Lil' Kim.
Yeah, I was about to say The Naked
The
Truth.
Naked Truth. That's like her third best album.
There's no way The Naked Truth should be a 5 mic.
Like I don't know what I've heard stories. Benzino done made claims.
That was my first. Like Bun B, I believe before this, before Naked.
Because Bun B album is better than this.
It's good, yeah.
But she got 2 albums better than this by herself. So for that to be put on here, it was kind of random.
Very random. I don't even remember.
Sound like some politics was behind.
I remember
this.
when that happened, though. I do remember. I
remember that too.
2005.
Yeah, and that was actually her last album too. She hasn't had an album since.
La Bella Mafia killing this.
That album's fire.
The Notorious Kim is bang.
I don't like that though.
Y'all
I like hardcore.
Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. Hardcore. The first album. The first album is bang.
Yeah,
first album is her best album.
Yeah, that's fire right there.
I thought it was
any
interesting.
one of them got 5 mics.
Exactly, and I thought it was interesting that they put a double disc on here, Life After Death, and not Ready to Die. Thought that was interesting. That was the big album that they chose to be the classic.
Ready to Die didn't get 5 mics.
Now we're gonna get to that in a second because originally it did not. It did not give it 5 mics. They gave it to the double disc. Now, listen, don't get it twisted. That Life After Death is fucking amazing today. I can listen to that right now.
It's 5 mics.
Crack.
It's definitely 5 mics.
Oh, yeah, it's a classic.
But
Stood
with
the
the
test of time.
hits that were on Ready to Die, like those still get played today and will probably forever get played.
Well, you know, the original version of Ready to Die.
It
Like,
don't even got Juicy.
Yeah, One More Chance.
I mean, excuse me, One More Chance.
Yeah, One
The
More Chance
remix.
is a different version.
version.
Yeah, it's a different
Yeah,
version.
that's true. That's true.
It's
And
the one
is
that come off the
fire.
voicemail shit.
Yeah.
Kim.
And it
way
wasn't,
more.
it wasn't the one that we know that everyone
It
knows.
ain't the fucking hit.
No,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what it ain't.
Which is weird.
I couldn't believe it was only one J album. And I thought that Marshall Mathers would be on here too. Nothing?
I
Crickets?
can't believe it's not a Wayne album on here. And I hate to keep saying this and sound like I'm shitting on him, but if there's a Trill OG album, there are a lot of albums that came out between The Naked Truth and Trill OG that like were 5, like may have been considered for 5 mics. If those are the last or latest too. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was what, the latest one?
That was
Is
the,
that the last
the oldest
5 mic
air
album?
quote. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
what, 08, 09?
Yeah.
What you think about Aquemini?
Oh, for
Did
sure.
they get that right?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that their
I
best
still
album?
think that that's Outkast's best album.
Over AT Aliens?
Yeah, and the reason being,
better AT Aliens for sure.
AT Aliens is banging. I love how Aquemini plays out as far as even the title of it. And then if you go back and you listen to Dre verses and you listen to Big Boy verses, they on 2 totally different paths, but putting it together like the Aquemini, nice fire.
Yeah, that.
Some rap nerd shit. But if you go listen to it and what they talking about, it's almost like Speaker Box Low Below. As far as them being totally off subject on their songs, but putting it together and making it Aquemini, it's fire.
Yeah, that was a test. That's clearly a 5 mic.
Yes.
I wanted to see where y'all heads was at.
No, yeah, you got to get run up out of here.
What about Scarface, The Fix?
That's a 5 mic album for sure.
Are we sure Scarface is a 5
When the last time y'all listened to that?
It's been a minute. I'm not gonna lie.
I listened to it in the holidays.
I remember that
during
came
the
out when
holidays.
we were first going to MTSU.
And it was banging though.
Fire,
Don't get it
yeah.
twisted.
Yeah.
It's
It
a
was
fire
a
album.
different sound, I think. I feel like then it was kind of playing off that Blueprint sound, which is why
little
I
bit
feel
with
like
the
it
soul
got
sounds.
5 mics. It was heavily Kanye. It had some heavy Kanye and
It
shit on
deserved
there.
5 mics.
Yeah, it deserves it 100%.
Are we sure?
Yeah,
I'm positive.
Yeah, I got 100%.
That song with Nas is fire.
There's only 15 original 5 mic albums, and The Fix is one of them. Like, come on.
But
Yeah.
it's only 15.
That was the
Originals.
original 5 mic
The
declarations.
Fix deserves to be 5 mics.
See, and that's one of the things. I feel like it was too much politics involved because I stated my sentiments about Stillmatic. There's no way that Doggy Style can come out in 1993 and motherfuckers look at that and be like, oh, that ain't no classic.
Right.
What? Nigga, that shit ride to this day.
You could argue that doesn't ride to this day.
Nah,
though.
to this day.
Doggy Style?
Yeah, to this day.
Come on now.
To quote the champ. To this day.
93?
Bruh, to this
Doggy
day,
Style is
skits
one of
and
the best.
everything.
Yeah.
He probably could put them singles out again and they'll pop, dude. Gin and Juice?
I mean, obviously. Yeah,
My
that's-
name
The
is?
production was so crazy.
Come on, bro. Do you remember when that Snoop video came out?
Of
When
course.
the nigga turned into the dog?
Of
Y'all
course,
remember.
he had the
That
hockey
shit was
jersey on the
man,
goddamn bike.
Come on, dog.
All right. Now, to your
To this
point,
day.
Doggy Style. Now, they went back in 2002 and they did like a special edition episode or issue where they revisited some albums that they never got a chance to rate for whatever
Right.
reason. And many of them are old, but one that was around our time was All Eyes on Me. They ended up giving that 5 mics.
Yeah.
First of all, I love Pac. Love that album. The features keep it from being a 5 mic
Man,
album.
people hate the Outlaws, man.
Them
Like
niggas
that.
was
No, it's
terrible.
everybody.
Y'all
though.
niggas hate the Outlaws.
Now, Big Psych,
I ain't that
rest in
mad.
peace.
I don't do Big Psych like that.
But
I don't do Big
I don't
Psych
need
like
him
that
on-
because he murdered that Picture Me Rolling.
Yeah, he
Don't
did.
do
Him
Big
and-
Psych
he
like
ripped
And
that.
I like
He
Richie
ripped
Rich. Both of them did all right.
But
The
it-
Outlaws was terrible.
The Outlaws were okay, but it was too feature heavy though.
No, they were
Pac
not
needed
okay.
more solo songs.
They were terrible.
But that's what Pac was about, though. I think we forget that, like, Pac was all about the Outlaws and them
course.
popping and wanting them to be on. Like, that's what Pac was, like, I think that this was the album that he was able, like, finally having money with Suge behind him, fresh out of jail. He let them flourish. He wanted them
But they
more
didn't
so
flourish.
than anything. I mean, they were supposed
They
to.
were
That
terrible.
ain't Pac fault.
They would mess
That
up the whole vibe of the song. I'm
Don't
coming
do
through
them
it.
that
Like,
bad,
what?
though.
It
Like,
was
they were
terrible.
okay. Like, they were okay.
You don't like
Pac
the
was
Outlaws
good
gonna hit
enough.
them up?
No, they ruined the song for me.
I don't believe that.
I'm
Them
positive.
niggas
I
was
turned
real.
it off.
They
when
hit
they
him
come
up. No, nobody could hit him up off, bro.
After Pac's verse, I'm
No,
dead ass.
no,
Bro, you
not
want
so
to listen to Hussein Fatal's verse?
Yes,
No,
nigga.
it was not hard at all.
Hussein Fatal.
Yeah.
Come
Go ahead.
on, I can't even remember the
exactly. Because it was
That's
trash.
But no, that was one that they revisited. Then a little bit later on, the source actually went back to. They named a couple of albums 4 mics. They gave a couple 4.5. They went back and revisited those and actually declared them to be 5 mics. A couple,
This way they doing too much.
Doggy Style, Chronic, Ready to Die, The Infamous by Mobb Deep, Only Built for Cuban Links, The Diary, Me Against the World, The Score, Fugees, and Reasonable Doubt. You said they were doing too much because you got to look though. Sometimes it's the longevity and the impact that something has in hindsight that gives it that 5 mic declaration.
I feel like sometimes that can overrate it too. And an example I'll point out is that the Infamous album with Mobb Deep.
that's the go-to Mobb Deep album if you fucking with Mobb Deep.
There is
though.
no go-to Mobb Deep album. There is no.
What?
Like that's like
Oh my, bro! This is the second week you're gonna do
one
this.
of the most
Oh my
overrated
God.
groups in the
Bro, I can't-
history
this
of
is
hip hop.
ridiculous.
Period. I feel like if they weren't from New York, this is one of those things with a New York bias. Like, bro, I was listening to this Infamous album.
Yo, New York hate is what it is.
And they this is supposed to be from the perspective of like, man, these niggas is garbage, dude. I'm gonna go on out here and say
my
like
God.
these niggas wasn't they wasn't talking about nothing, dude.
I will say though, listen, I'm not a Havoc fan. I like his production though. He got
The
them
Prodigy
beats.
could rap
the
his
beats
ass
are
off.
good.
He
The
got them
beats are
beats.
good, but like I'm listening to it and I get you're supposed this is a New York perspective and this is just the grit and the grind. Like, bro, that shit is boring, dude. Like, I don't want to hear that, and I couldn't ever see how anybody would say that's one of the best albums ever. I don't understand.
Bro, we could tell after your Maddie rating that you would say something like that.
And you know what?
They have one of the
do not
most
care.
classic hip hop songs on that album
I don't-
ever.
Bro, what are you talking about? Quiet Storm.
Shook One.
Oh, Shook
Quiet
One.
Storm.
Shook
You don't
One
even
is
know what album you're talking about.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea what song you were talking about.
Shook Ones is a classic, obviously.
Because you know why? Quiet Storm is the only classic song that they have to me.
Well, we can end this discussion about
Shook
Mobb Deep
Ones
with
is
you.
fire,
If Quiet Storm is the only.
yeah,
Nah,
like,
Shook
them
Ones,
niggas is
man.
overrated as hell.
Nah, I'm good on Mobb Deep. I was never a fan. I do like a couple of Prodigy joints though, but as a whole,
Prodigy could rap. He really rap.
Prodigy was okay. He couldn't just really rap. We're gonna rest in peace, Prodigy, though.
So I don't understand. Like, how could Silk rap and these niggas can't rap?
I never said Silk could rap.
I was a fan.
Never
Like,
said
okay,
that. I said Silk made a
never
good
said
record.
Silk could rap either. I've never been a Silk fan, but what I will say is,
how can anybody on No Limit can rap?
It's
and these can't rap?
easier from me
How about that?
coming from the South to digest what they were talking
well,
about.
That's a
and-
very. That's
Let
better.
me finish. You
That's better.
This nigga gonna ask the question and
explains
then
everything.
DJ Clue over the whole fucking reply. You go, you gonna drop bombs too? Come on. You want to hear the
You
reply?
don't need to say nothing else. You just explained it to everybody.
Like I said, if me coming from the South, it's easier to digest somebody like Silk the Shocker, Fiend, Mr. Servon.
Right.
And you know what I could totally see? I could totally see a nigga from the Bronx, Harlem, Brooklyn being like, that shit is trash. How do y'all listen to that with them heavy boom boom beats and them niggas offbeat and they ain't talking about nothing? I get that, but what I don't get is how a nigga can be like, oh, this Mobb Deep album? You don't like that, son? This is the original hip-hop, son. This is from the soil, son. This started it all. Bro, I don't care. That shit trash.
the
Just
soil?
just like people say Silk and all these No Limit people are trash, I totally get
That's
it because
fair.
you ain't from that. It ain't from that environment or from that element, and I totally get it. It has to be like a nigga that's riding the L train in New York to get some of them songs that they doing on Mobb Deep.
That's not true. I grew up down here and I like
You
South and
flogging,
East
bro.
Coast.
You just flogging, bro.
I like South rap and East Coast rap. though.
You get
I grew up on
everything.
East Coast rap. Well, it started with West Coast, then East Coast, then the South.
Okay, bro.
I'm good.
I ain't saying you didn't.
I'm good on the Mobb Deep Infamous, but a couple of these should have been 5 mics to begin with. The Chronic,
Of course.
Doggy Style,
Of course.
Be Against the World, I can respect. Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, Me Against the World should have been in before All
Man,
Eyes on Me.
That definitely
Come
should have
on
been
now.
Before All Eyes on Me.
Like
That's Pac's best album.
Yeah, Me Against the World is my favorite
that
Pac
may
album.
be his best album. I think it's better than Machiavelli if you
It's
go
my
back.
favorite Tupac
Machiavelli
album.
is my
If
favorite.
you go back and you just talking about an album, like, okay,
Taking a body of work just
body
for
of
what
work,
it is.
because he got the singles and everything on Me Against the World.
Yeah, it's a complete album.
Fantastic.
Anything you have for modern day. I know we've got episodes in the can. Y'all check out these archives, 299 deep. We've got archives where we've talked about modern day classics and things of that nature, but it's been a minute since we talked about that. What would you consider something, since the source was relevant, 08, 09?
It's a few.
What would you
Must
consider that if the source was popping today would absolutely have to be 5 mics?
Must adds would be 2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Yeah, that's not a must add.
Must add.
Definitely a must.
You ain't got to lead off with that at all.
Good Kid, Mad City,
Now that you should have led with.
and To Pimp a Butterfly.
Man,
1
you coulda
million%.
You could have stopped at the first two.
They're like, those are my three that I don't even think that there's any question that those would have been 5 mics.
Well, yeah, trap music definitely should be a 5 mic album. And Jeezy's first album should be a 5 mic album.
Hey, you know what? That's what I was surprised too.
I could go with Jeezy first album.
I was surprised.
That wasn't 5 mics.
Trap music's not
No.
a 5 mic album. Trap music is T.I.'s best album.
It's a classic.
Classic
It is.
album.
It's a classic.
Chain
album.
sound of rap.
You're
really.
right. I give you that. Yeah, you're right. I give you that.
I
That's
was
my favorite T.I. album.
I was surprised Get Rich or Die Trying wasn't on here. I was surprised they didn't get that 5 mic.
Yeah.
Don't that look like a 5 mic album that the source would
Would
get?
get,
Not
yeah.
even saying it don't necessarily.
Because they didn't
Deserve
fuck with
it.
him, though, did they? On the whole Eminem shit.
Benzino
It was a whole
and
Eminem
them.
shit, yeah. Like
Maybe there was some politics.
that's what
behind
watered it down. Yeah, the
Yeah,
politics
toward the
behind
end of the
it.
story,
Yeah,
they
that's
were
what
trash.
because that
That's a good
definitely
point.
was one.
I will say Watch the Throne. I think Watch the Throne should have
Watch
been
the
one.
Throne.
I think that's a 5 mic album. I think that change and then impact and everything, not only the quality of the records, but the impact of two giants, two titans getting together and putting a collab record. I think they made it a hot line. Drake and Future ended up making it a hot song because now everybody does it.
Whoa.
But I think without that though, I think that changed the game. It just took a minute because that was unheard of. Like two A-listers weren't coming together for a collab project if you're not a group.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
with a barcode on it.
That's what I'm saying.
I like the impact. It had impact, but
It had
I
hella
can't
impact.
give it 5 mic. I give it 4.5.
I would add Jeezy as my fourth. What y'all do y'all have any that y'all would add? Oh,
Take Care.
fuck outta
That
here. You
changed
just had to
music,
put-
bro.
You just had to put Drake.
It changed
in there,
music.
bro.
It changed hip hop.
Yeah, I was
think it
Okay,
did.
wait. You talking about the mixtape joint?
I
The
mean,
album.
no, they
Okay,
don't
the
rank
first one.
mixtape.
Okay, yeah, okay. I give you that.
Take
I
Care.
got
The second one.
Take Care is the second album. That changed music. That's what Marvin's Room and all
Yeah,
that.
for sure. That's a classic album.
I think that would have
That's
gotten
his
5
I think
mics.
that's his only
best
classic
album.
to me.
Let's not be disrespectful.
That's
though.
his best.
I think it is.
Let's not be disrespectful.
Drake
to the
has more than
sixth
one
guy.
classic.
Yes, he's also got a private jet. Did y'all see that?
I did not.
Motherfucker like a W on the inside. I see you, boy.
That's a
OVO Brown reporting for duty.
It's actually a plane.
No more Kanye's
But,
added on there.
Yeah, Kanye.
My
he got,
beautiful dog too. I'm saying
Yeah,
this
that's-
that was
graduation
there.
or what?
now, Graduation is my favorite Kanye album.
It's mine too, but I'd be biased if I sat here and said it deserved 5 mics though. But it is my favorite
I
album
mean, I
though.
listened to that all the way through.
What about Drip Season 2?
No.
Boom ting.
But it's great, though.
But it's a classic.
Great.
No, it's a classic.
What about Mr. Servon's album?
Hey, that first one, at Life
Yeah,
Insurance,
yeah.
and Life Insurance has a classic song on it, but not a classic. It ain't a classic.
Y'all let us know. Go to Facebook, search in the groups, Rap Chat. That's our group. Let us know what did they miss? What should be 5 mics? What did they get wrong that they crowned it? Tell me, is the fix 5 mics? I want to know personally.
Yes, nigga.
Somebody,
And the
wouldn't it be?
diary. To be honest
And the
with
diary,
you.
they got it
And
right
the
on the diary.
I can respect that. I want somebody to tell me that Bun B album is 5 mics.
But that Money album is good. I think
I
y'all
don't even
shitting on
think
it.
Bun B will argue with you.
I'm not saying it's slow. I'm saying it don't need to be 5 mics though.
Have you heard it?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I know what's on there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not it.
But why wouldn't the fix be a 5 mic album for you?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't revisited it in a while. I'm gonna go ahead and become clean. I haven't heard it in a long time.
The Fix
But
is
it
a-
was fire. Scarface was ripping it. Beats were stupid.
You know, I'm forgetting one.
It's a very
What's that?
cohesive album.
That Common B.
That's
Oh,
that album. That album's amazing.
Definitely
That
should
is a
be
5
on
mic
there.
album.
That I can definitely
was a
see
good one.
being
Yeah.
on there.
I'm surprised that coming from you.
No, you shouldn't be.
Because I don't like.
No, because Kanye produced it and he know what the hell he doing behind them boards.
It leads back to Ye, but you're right. It was a great album. Also, Most Def, Black on Both Sides. It should be a 5 mic album for sure.
We
I've
could have
heard
cut
that
early.
before.
Nah, I haven't. I haven't heard that.
See? What I'm
I
saying?
haven't heard that. Was that Umi shines a light on the world? Umi says.
Yeah, that song is on there.
Since we're going granular, that first Hot Boys too.
Nah.
That first Hot Boys definitely is a classic.
Nah.
Yes, it
It's a
is.
down south class.
It's a down.
You got the keys to my Hot Boys in their Chevy. You bring your Hot Boys in their Chevy homes.
It's a down south classic for
Alrighty.
sure.
All right.
With that being said, y'all let us know what y'all think deserves 5 mics.
What a way to end the conversation.
We done changed the game though. It's now 5 reels. So
That's right.
so long,
Yeah.
5 mics. We putting that shit to bed.
This was the burial episode.
Absolutely. Respect to the source and all of that good shit.
We are now doing reels.
Shout out to Elliot Wilson.
Absolutely, man. Yellow nigga. All right. What we got for a new song, bro?
You calling me yellow, nigga?
That's what he
That
called
was
himself on
his
Dope
nickname
XL.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, new record. We got a banger drop from DJ Mustard featuring Quavo, 21 Savage, YG, and that boy Meek Millie. 100 bands.
Let's get it. All right, man. We are back. There was DJ Mustard with another single for the summer featuring everybody and their mama. How you feel about it?
21 Savage did his thing.
21,
I like that.
21.
YG just like, man. And I cut it off after YG. Like YG had frustrated me so much, I cut it off.
What?
I ain't even listen to Meek verse.
Meek killed it.
I believe it. Meek killed shit.
That's a cool record. I can hear that in the club.
It's
I can
a
see it
bop.
in the strip club.
Is
It makes sense.
Is he taking
DJ Khaled?
Yeah, is he taking?
No, he's
DJ
done this
Khaled
before,
lane?
though. Mustard's done this before.
Yeah, but Mustard cooking right now because the song he got with Migos is popping though.
Yeah.
Like so he slick
Khaled
might
finna
got
drop
2
it.
on. Yeah, he come. It's about to
It's coming
drop
up,
in
and
soon.
we're going to announce it in a few.
But yeah, no, it's a good record for the summer in the club. It makes sense if I wasn't washed. This would sound great in,
Yeah, this is
in
a
the
bop
strip club.
for sure.
Cool
Shout out to
day
Mustard.
party vibe. You ain't gonna try to catch it at no day party.
Nah, man, it was too hot.
Cool
I
aquarium.
only
or
wear
something.
pants.
It's
I'm
a
not
strip-
coming out with no shorts
It's
on.
a strip
so,
club vibe for sure, though.
Strip
That's a
club.
fact.
Yeah.
Let's get to this question of the week before we get ghost. Dave East,
Who?
your man. He on his Instagram put up a nice video of him visiting the Def Jam offices, playing for them his new album, executive produced by Nas. Very nice video, black and white, Hype Williams slow mo. Look real epic. Look real epic. He said the date is coming soon. My question is, what expectations do you have for this Nas EP, Davies?
I don't want people to think that I don't like Dave East because he's a cool guy. We met him at a Revolt one year. He's a cool guy, chopped it up with us.
For sure.
But if this was 1999, this would be an awesome plan. Now, today, walking through with the boombox talking about your music after you were just hating on Lil Nas X, like, bro, nobody really wants to see the shenanigans and see this stuff like this from Dave East. Really, people just want him to rap. And I'm still waiting on him to, like, come out and drop something to be dominant in this quiet climate of hip-hop right now. Like, this ain't the time to go in here and say, well, I got an executive album produced by Nas. Like, bro, no, Nas can't even do good on his own fucking albums as far as picking the beats, dude. So we don't want him picking yours. Dave East is a I feel like almost that he's in the wrong generation. I feel like that is like maybe in 2000 or 2010 when Kendrick and Cole were getting their shine on and they were making their chops in this game. If he had came up then when it was kind of more about lyrics, then he would have more of a stake in the game. But I just think he in the wrong era of the generation, and everything that he does seems to just miss.
Yeah, I will say this though. My expectations for this project, I have high expectations. I've been on Davies for a minute. I've been a big fan of his. And with the exception of maybe the Kyrie Chanel album, which I feel was a nice body of work that he's capable of doing, he hasn't really given us anything on that level since. And Davies is a high ceiling type of guy, in my opinion. I think he's got the skill set to be great.
He got the look of a rapper, like
all that.
All shit. I just don't
pedigree. He got all of that shit.
It never hits though.
But it hasn't hit as of recently. Some of the mixtapes were cool. He's not just putting out no bullshit, but he's not putting out music to the caliber of which I feel he could. And here's the thing though, that King of New York crown is for the taking. It is literally sitting right there in front of you while fucking A Boogie with the Hoodie is running around with the biggest singles in the city. You could easily have this fire. I don't even need this to be EP by Nas. I just need 2 Nas features on here that he just eat them the shreds. Give us that. We don't need the EP shit. We done had LeBron doing motherfuckers out. That doesn't move me anymore.
All he need to show people that he won't smoke.
That's it.
I'm coming to like blow A Hoodie out the water. Whoever think they can rap Griselda, like whoever won't smoke, I won't smoke.
Yep.
And I'm letting y'all know this right. And like I said, he need like a control verse. Like he need to let this whole generation know. Like can't none of y'all rap better than me. And y'all might have mistake what I was saying is the Lil Nas X shit for hating him. I'm speaking from Davies now.
Right.
But now I'm finna murder. I'm hop on this or whatever beating. I'm gonna just kill all y'all niggas.
He has the potential to do that. So
he need to.
And so
that's what I think. That's why he ain't made it, because everybody waiting on him to do that.
Yeah. Hopefully this Nas help. Nas.
He needs some ether in that.
That's true.
Because sometimes you just need direction as an artist. And what better way to do it than one of the legends in the game, give it to him.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna be honest. I actually have high expectations for it, even just strictly off the Instagram video. The Instagram video was hard. You make a dope trailer. I need that album to be fire too.
Did the music? It was no music in the trailer.
There was like some instrumental shit that fit the tone of the. You know what I'm saying? But I need this shit to be fire. Is a wide open lane. Imagine Davies dropping in these next 2 weeks, man. He ain't
fire
with just heat rock though.
Yeah, man. This first, man.
Somebody need to put
somebody need to put out
the pressure on. Somebody need to put the pressure on.
Cause it ain't. It's quieter than hell. But again, I challenge y'all to run back. He's got 2 mixtapes. The Karma 1 and Karma 2 were actually slick banging. But again, they were kind of mixtapey. So not necessarily anything that you just would revisit over and over again. Like I feel like he could make, but we not just gonna act like he ain't just put out no horse shit.
No, I ain't doing that.
We got an On Decker of the Week.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the homie Art by KJ on Twitter. Big boy announcement, man. He put us on his new podcast. Now listen, man, we love seeing people when they drop their new podcast. We are here for it. We are not no haters, all right?
Yeah, shout out to content creators out there. We seen them drop the link on Twitter for the new episode. So Art by KJ, we appreciate all the content that's coming out there. I can't wait to check it out and see more from you.
Absolutely, man. The Shallow Depths podcast is the name of it. Appreciate that. On Deck of the Week. And shout out to homie Chris Platt, man. He graduated.
Yeah, shout out to homie Chris Platt, man. Strictly hip-hop, strictly sports. Graduated this weekend from Michigan State. Brand new in the broadcasting game. Look for him out here in these hip-hop reporting streets soon,
Absolutely,
man.
and he's a Pistons fan, so triple salute.
That's unfortunate. Damn, Chris, you was almost there. You almost had. You were graduating, flying high, and now you're a Pistons fan.
Shout out to the content creators, man. We got some new music coming out.
Yes. Let me start with what came out last week. Of course, we know that Logic, your boy, came out last week.
I heard that almost trash.
Hey, and I ain't gonna lie. As a Logic
semi-fan,
that album's some slaw.
Have y'all have you heard Logic on How I Built This?
Yes.
Fire.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's
I listened
fire.
to that episode. Him and his manager.
That was fire.
Yeah, he looked like he should be on How
But
I
look
Built
though,
This.
that's exactly 1,000,000% what I was gonna say. As I was listening to his story, I'm like, man, this nigga look exactly like that's his story.
Yeah.
Like he used to rap to everybody beats and learn how to do everybody's style and shit. I was like, okay, yeah, exactly.
Nah, but that album's some slaw.
You know how I
Period.
feel about Logic.
I can see that.
Clearly.
So yeah, this week we have a few albums coming up. Finally, some music. We have Tyler the Creator coming out with Igor.
Man, that's highly anticipated, huh?
That
A lot of
Flower
people
Boy
like-
was banging,
A
though.
lot of people like
yeah,
Tyler the Creator for sure. Speaking of Little Kim, she's coming out with 9.
Yep, her first album since then.
Yeah, and the highly anticipated Father of Assad from DJ Khaled.
Is that coming
fire.
out, though?
Yeah,
That's
coming
a
out 17th.
fire name for an album.
Yeah, I'm fucking with
To
that.
be 100%.
But he ain't got no single right now, though.
He said
He said he had one with Nipsey.
No, but you
They-
know
they
how
didn't
he
own
do,
that.
though, the
Okay.
build
They
up.
didn't put out an official single, and I'm not mad at it. A lot of albums not doing. People not doing that these days. For
Oh,
sure.
that might get pushed
He ain't
back.
Beyonce,
It's not
though.
getting pushed back. It's coming out the 17th.
Damn.
And from my girl, finally Megan the
Nah,
Stallion,
that album
Megan
ain't
the
dropping in 3
Stallion.
days.
Yeah,
I'm
they say
sorry?
it's coming out Friday.
It's coming out Friday. Yes.
I don't believe it, though.
Yeah, it's coming out Friday. You want to wager?
No,
All right. Next, Megan the Stallion
I bet
coming
you
out with
Portland don't.
Fever.
that's Bay.
Hey, she's ruled the first quarter.
I love Megan the Stallion.
Yeah.
Megan the Stallion.
That's
Yeah.
Bay.
Yeah.
Megan the
Yeah.
Bay.
Shout out to H-Town
First
for
quarter
sure.
was hers.
That's
Yeah,
a fact.
Yeah, she's next up for sure. So those that is what we have coming out this week. So we have a few things to look forward to.
Hey,
Finally,
shout out to last week to Fast Cash Boys and Trapper Mandel. Both had two solid projects.
Yes, Trapper Mandel banging. What is it? El Chapo?
Del
Excuse me,
Chapo.
Del Chapo.
Yeah, those are actually two solid projects I listened to. So y'all check those out as
Del
well.
can rap though.
Yeah, that's a fact. If y'all looking for something under the radar. What you got on deck for the weekend? Oh, hold on. And that Wu-Tang documentary, if y'all didn't know, that came out on
Mics and
Showtime.
Men, yeah.
Mics and Men. I watched the first 3 episodes. I have a very simple motto. Y'all know me when it comes to this music, movies, and TV shit. If I don't cry, then it ain't fire. And I'm telling you that Wu-Tang is fire. All right? Quit bullshitting and watch that shit ASAP.
yeah, the
People,
Kleenex.
people misunderstand that, our how we feel about Wu-Tang, I think, on the show because we are Southern based. But man, this shit is fire.
The documentary.
Like,
that is,
yeah,
not
the
music.
documentary, and
not the music.
just as far as the connection that they have together and all of that. So
Yeah,
I
I
fuck with them.
understand. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Wu-Tang on this 5 mic discussion. 36 Chambers is a classic, and so was Ghostface Supreme Clientele.
Only built for Cuban links.
Yeah, only built for Cuban. I don't know how I forgot that.
That was
Raekwon.
named, so that, yeah. But this documentary, dog. Listen,
That shit good. It's good to see. I mean, like, cause I don't follow them as closely as people that are from the North or the people that are big fans
Right,
of
right.
them. So just seeing how connected they was and like who was what and how they came up and how they fucked with each other and like were friends from day one.
Yeah.
That shit is moving to say the least.
I'm gonna tell you what it remind me of.
What's that?
They remind me of the Hip Hop Avengers. And they all got their own solo shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit be reminding me of that,
Charlamagne
dude.
said something when he was like, "Who are these niggas that are superheroes
Yeah, that's what I'm
that
saying.
can rap?" And I think that go a lot to do. And we're gonna get out of here in a minute, but I think that go a lot to do with today. While we don't have as many like the superheroes now. I would say are J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar,
Solo X.
J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, and
Jay?
Yeah, with Jay.
That's
yeah,
about
Jay.
it.
Jay like Professor X. But, yeah, I just feel like we don't have those superheroes anymore, you know, and that's kind of what made and it has made them last so long. Just that aura of what you thought they were and not being able to see them as much and just the stories that passed along.
Right.
How they were talking about that when they first did the verse and people was like, "Oh, I heard that on Stitch and whatever his name, the radio dudes up there, Bobito.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that on there. I've been looking for that too. That shit was fire.
Stretch, DJ
Stretch and
from
Bobito.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
It's just fire.
I gotta finish
love
it though. I got one more episode, but that shit is cracked.
RZA creative dude.
He
though. I
cold.
him.
He's a
I love
genius.
him,
Yeah.
He's
I will give him that. He
Yeah,
is.
him and his brother put that together. The whole business plan together
That's a fact.
flawlessly. And
From
the
the
production
movie,
is already
man,
yeah.
from the Kill Bill movie scores to the he a hell of an actor too.
Yeah.
Like he had a season. Well, yeah.
hell of an actor.
Yeah, he a good actor. Did you see him in what's that, Californication?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I
was
see.
hilarious on that
bodied
though.
that.
Yeah,
dude, it was-
hell of an actor. He's a decent actor.
I mean,
Above
to say the
average.
least, Mos Def is a good actor to me too. Like I just feel like in that lane, him, Mos Def, Method Man, probably went 3 of the best that have switched over to do it.
Yeah, Method by far has clearly had the.
This is true.
I like seeing him going back to the work and shit and like that. That was dope.
That shit was. Man, listen, y'all watch that Wu Tang shit.
Yeah, check out that Wu Tang dog.
If you-
Whether you like them or not, check it out.
because I'm not a fan of the music, and that shit would hit with me. So I know if you fuck with the music, it's
Yeah.
really gonna connect.
Yeah, if you listen to music like I did, like I said, I came from East Coast music. If you listen to the music, it resonates more because I just remember certain songs and how this is, you know, it puts everything together and in perspective. If you listen to the music growing up.
Very well done. What you got on deck for the weekend?
I'm going to the golf range. Well, excuse me, not range, the course. I'm getting out there this weekend.
You say that, and then next
am.
week you're gonna be like, I didn't make it out to the range this weekend.
I'm gonna be like, I shot this.
No.
You're gonna be like, what are you talking about? What does that mean?
Niggas don't want to see me. I'm Happy Gilmore out there.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'll let you know the tea time.
What am I doing this weekend? I'm hitting the Braves game Thursday night. They playing the
Who
Cardinals.
they play the Cardinals?
Yeah.
They're playing the Cardinals in town?
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with that.
Shout out to Dexter Fowler.
I might go to that.
Yeah, I ain't been to the new stadium yet, so I'm
Let me
bullshitting.
know. I
I might
might
as well
pull
pull
up
up.
on
Oh, you haven't been?
Nah,
That's nice.
I'm gonna be there.
You've been in before, right? You just
I've
ain't-
been. I've ate around the joints, but I haven't actually been inside the new shit for a game. So I'm gonna fuck with that on Thursday. What you got on deck, bro?
I have no idea this weekend. I'm not sure yet.
All right, sounds like a voila and Netflix night.
You guys,
voila. Man,
That's
the
what
hell?
that sounds like.
you guys
fuck?
be on the lookout for details about episode 300 coming to you. Well, excuse me, episode and the celebration.
Yeah.
Everything that has to do with that. The invites are coming out soon, so.
Oh yeah, top secret shit, man.
Yep.
Go to iTunes, leave a comment, subscribe, do all that shit. YouTube.com/OndeckTV podcast. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Do all that good shit, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
We out.
We out.